Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive, near billion-dollar acquisition that is absolutely shaking up the global wellness industry. We're looking at a deal that takes those everyday vitamins sitting on your kitchen counter and drops them squarely into the middle of a high-stakes international corporate buyout.
Here's how we're going to break this down. First, a 9-figure mega deal. Second, defining the nutraceutical boom. Third, the acquirer, Bain Capital. Fourth, the targets, Vitabiotics and Meyer. And finally, why this deal matters.
Kicking things off with Port 1, a 9-figure mega deal, and that $900 million valuation. Right off the bat, you literally cannot ignore this price tag. We're talking an estimated $850 to $900 million being dropped in a single massive deal. Pushing right up against that $1 billion threshold, that tells us this isn't just some routine portfolio addition. It's a huge strategic play. The health sector has officially transformed into a financial heavyweight, pulling in Wall Street's absolute biggest checks. Just listen to this quote. Bain Capital acquires Vitabiotics UK, nutraceutical giant with India's Meyer Organics valued at $850 to $900 million. That single sentence honestly captures the whole shebang. You've got the heavyweight buyer, target spanning two major global economies, and a valuation that'll make your eyes water, all in one breath. We're witnessing a textbook example of massive market consolidation.
Moving to part 2, defining the nutraceutical boom. So, what exactly is a nutraceutical?
Well, it's a product derived from food sources that provides extra health benefits. Think of your daily vitamins and dietary supplements. It occupies this highly lucrative sweet spot right between heavily regulated pharmaceuticals and your standard grocery items. The booming global demand for preventative health, that is exactly what builds the foundation for a $900 million valuation. People are investing in their well-being every single day. And frankly, institutional capital is just following the money. Which brings us to part 3, the acquirer, Bain Capital. Who is actually writing this massive check? We've got a fascinating David and Goliath dynamic going on here. On one side, you have Bain Capital, a seriously deep-pocketed institutional private equity firm operating in the high-stakes world of complex global investments. On the other side, the targets, Vitabiotics and Meyer. These are consumer-facing brands, right? Their daily operations are focused on tangible, everyday health benefits. Having a private equity titan swoop in to buy up these brands reveals this incredible intersection between elite institutional finance and, well, your local pharmacy aisle. Let's look at part 4, the targets, Vitabiotics and Meyer, and the global footprint of this acquisition. This perfectly breaks down the sheer geographic spread of the deal. You're taking the UK's Vitabiotics and India's Meyer Organics and consolidating them under one huge valuation. Vitabiotics brings that nutraceutical giant status rooted in the UK, while Meyer Organics in India is positioned as an integrated partner. It's a brilliant strategic move to lock down a cross-continental footprint, merging the UK's market strength with India's massive operational capabilities and consumer scale. So Vitabiotics brings the UK base and that prestigious industry status. But the real leverage here, the secret sauce, if you will, comes from packaging them alongside India's Meyer Organics. By tying these two geographic powerhouses together, Bain instantly buys global reach, huge manufacturing synergies, and access to incredibly diverse consumer populations. It's this specific combination that ultimately justifies a valuation knocking on the door of $900 million. Now, this brings us to a really fascinating pivot in our analysis. Why spend nearly $900 million on everyday vitamins and supplements? It forces us to ask, what exactly does the acquirer see in the long-term trajectory of the wellness industry that makes this such a confident slam-dunk bet?
And that takes us to our final section, part 5, why this deal matters, the billion-dollar bet on wellness.
The logic of this deal is actually crystal clear when you break it down into steps. Step 1, private equity identifies massive value in health. Institutions are always scanning for reliable returns. And let's face it, global health trends are practically recession-proof right now. Step 2, the consolidation of the UK and Indian markets. By grouping these two specific targets, they aren't just buying companies, they are building a highly efficient global pipeline. And step 3, Bain Capital captures the nutraceutical boom. It is a masterclass in identifying a massive consumer shift toward preventative wellness and applying pure institutional financial force to dominate a piece of it. So, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. As private equity pours millions, and in this case, nearly $1 billion into nutraceuticals, how is corporate ownership going to reshape the future of your daily wellness routine? The next time you open up your medicine cabinet, take a look at the bottles inside, and remember, Everyday wellness is no longer just a personal health choice. It's officially a billion-dollar institutional battleground. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and keep exploring the fascinating business mechanics shaping our world.